The M&A Advisor is pleased right now to be joined by Michael Vincent, Executive Director with Winchester Capital. Michael, all the way here from London, a pleasure to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you, Claudia.
Tell us about your role with Winchester Capital.
I'm based in London, so I'm the sort of London and European end of Winchester Capital, and I spend most of my time buying and selling companies, often with a US buyer or seller involved, but trying to work cross-border between the US and the UK and Europe.
And since you represent buyers from this country or from Europe, from the UK, what are the intricacies in that in dealing with different cultures and different attitudes?
The principal difficulty is in terms of different legal structures, different accounting rules, country by country. Although from the outside you might think Europe is supposed to be one entity, in practice it's still a collection of nation states, each with their own jurisdictions and laws. Despite the best efforts of Brussels to consolidate laws across Europe, there's still a lot of different regulations you need to follow country by country. That tends to be the big stumbling block in doing genuine pan-European deals. You need due diligence country by country.
And how does Winchester Capital then stand out in being able to do that and to be able to orchestrate all of this so smoothly?
Because of our 28-year experience in terms of dealing with cross-border transactions. That's been our speciality throughout Winchester's life, and particularly US and UK, but also virtually every European country. Sooner or later, we've done a deal in each country.
And where do you see the opportunities right now as far as the U.S. investor looking overseas, or the UK or European investor looking to buy in the United States? Where are the opportunities right now? What's hot?
Certainly the European banks have been a lot slower to tidy up their balance sheets than the big US banks. So there are still lots of non-performing loans and distressed assets which can be for sale in Europe. So we have some US clients who are increasingly looking at those. They bought things in the US and they're finding it more difficult to add to their portfolios. So they're now coming to Europe and we're helping them find good targets to buy.
Any trends you're looking at, macro trends down the road that may affect M&A?
Well, we think that the UK and Europe are still going to be happy hunting grounds, and that's very much my focus. But there's still lots to do in the countries like China and India, South America. These are still large markets for M&A, and still, I suppose, relatively undeveloped. So on a global basis, there's still an awful lot that can be done to bulk up companies based in the US.
So the story then continues.
It certainly does.
Well, thank you, Michael. Thank you so much for joining us
thanks,
here on
Claudia.
M&A Advisor. Good to see you.
Thank you.